Have you ever been asked to do meth at a police station? I was sitting in the police station waiting room at 2 a.m., there to pick up my younger brother after another drunk and disorderly charge. The place was mostly empty except for me, a woman crying in the corner, and this guy who kept pacing back and forth, scratching at his arms. The pacing guy suddenly sat down next to me, way too close. I could smell him, a mix of chemicals, sweat, and something burnt. His eyes were bloodshot, pupils huge, and he kept grinding his teeth. "Hey man," he whispered, glancing around nervously. "You look stressed. I got something that'll help." I shifted away slightly. "I'm good, thanks." He scooted closer. "No, seriously, best stuff in town. Just cooked it fresh this morning, pure as snow." He reached into his jacket pocket, and I saw the outline of what looked like a small bag. "First taste is free. We can do it right here. Cops won't even notice." I looked around the police station waiting room. 3 security cameras visible. 2 officers at the front desk. A detective walking past with coffee. "You want to do meth? In a police station. Right now." He nodded enthusiastically. "It's the perfect cover. They'd never expect it. Hide in plain sight, you know?" His hand was shaking as he pulled out the bag slightly. "Just enough for me to see the crystals inside. Come on, just a little bump. The bathroom's right there." "Dude," I said slowly, "we are literally surrounded by cops." "Exactly," he said, getting excited. "They're all busy with real criminals. They won't even look at us. I do this all the time." He stood up, gestured for me to follow. "Come on, don't be scared." That's when Officer Rodriguez, who'd been listening from around the corner, stepped out. "Tyron, what did we talk about last week?" The guy, Tyron apparently, froze. The bag fell from his pocket onto the floor. You were just trying to sell meth in my station." Again, Rodriguez sighed, pulling out handcuffs. 3rd time this month. As he was cuffing Tyron, Rodriguez looked at me. "Sorry about that. He's usually harmless, just not all there anymore. Keeps coming back here thinking it's some kind of safe zone for deals." "He's done this before?" I asked, still processing what just happened. "Every few days. Sometimes he tries to sell to the officers. Last week he offered some to the chief during a press conference. We've been trying to get him into treatment, but he keeps checking himself out." They led Tyron away, and he called back to me. "Offer still stands when I get out, brother. Best stuff in town." My brother was released an hour later. As we walked to my car, I told him about Tyron. He laughed until he saw my face. "That's not funny," I said. "That's where you're heading if you don't get your act together." He stopped laughing. We drove to a treatment center that morning instead of home. He checked himself in, saying he didn't want to end up like the guy trying to deal in a police station. 6 months clean now. We actually saw Tyron last week at a recovery meeting. He looked healthier, clear-eyed. He recognized me, came over embarrassed. "Hey, you're the guy from the station. Sorry about that. I was in a bad place." "We all were," my brother said, shaking his hand. "Tyron's been clean for 94 days. He sponsors 2 people now. Still goes to the police station, but now it's to speak at their community outreach programs about addiction." Officer Rodriguez introduced him at the last one, calling him our most determined success story. Strange how the worst moments can become turning points. My brother says watching Tyron that night was like seeing his future if he didn't change. Tyron says getting arrested that specific time, with witnesses who weren't users, finally made him realize how far he'd fallen. The station has a new policy now. Anyone attempting to use or deal on the premises gets mandatory 72-hour psychological hold and evaluation for treatment programs. They call it the Tyron Protocol. He's weirdly proud of that. Last week, all 3 of us went back to that station, not for arrests or dealing, but to drop off donuts for Rodriguez and thank him for probably saving all our lives that night. Rodriguez just smiled and said, "Sometimes the best interventions happen in the worst places."